Nizal, yes. To our Google Plus people, just trying to get to Facebook. I pressed the wrong button, man. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. This is just a weird intro we have to do. It's just that's basically what this was. What's going on, everybody? It is time for your Impact Wrestling review for 8/10/2017. This previous Thursday, past Thursday, yesterday, whenever you're watching it. But GFW Impact Wrestling. What I thought was interesting to start out was the fact that they're calling Destination X GFW Destination X. It seems like they're finally making that transition. I thought that was kind of interesting, because that's the first time they really made that a thing since the whole announcement happened a while back. So, I mean, I kind of like that they're trying to be consistent with this transition and everything. But let's get into this show. We started out with a brawl between LAX and VOW. I like this because it kind of turned up that pressure. It turned up that tension in this rivalry that has kind of been away for a while, unfortunately. Because I like the way this rivalry kind of started, but they kind of took it away for a little bit and then it randomly came back. But I like that it's kind of there's still that personal feel to it. Rabbit, any thoughts on the brawl to start out? LAX got the upper hand. Obviously, they got the numbers game. Rabbit, any thoughts on the brawl that started out?
Yeah. It's good that they circling back and trying to get this started over again, restart this storyline that they unplugged. So yeah, it was cool.
Casey.
I mean, I liked it. I always like when they start off a show kind of non-traditionally, with like a brawl or something like that, or some sort of backstage segment. It was just, to me, it was a little weird just because obviously I haven't been on the review for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, where you been? Where you been?
And even though I've been watching Impact, I feel like I've not like been paying attention just because I haven't been having to do the reviews. So it was kind of confused me at first. But I do like that they're actually bringing this storyline back that they started, and then it was like, where that though? So that's definitely, and I think it's going to be a good feud if they keep it going long enough.
All right. As we get into the start of the official show, it was something I forgot anyway, so I might as well go into that segue in the start of the new, I don't know, I still don't know what we're calling it, but it's our ICWP, the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast weekly episodic show that is coming up on tomorrow, this Friday. If you're watching this on Friday today, you're watching this on Saturday yesterday, whatever day you're watching it, it was Friday. We got 6 categories or 6 10-minute segments is what I mean. Casey, could you give us the rundown once again of the 6 segments? You don't have to necessarily be specific, just kind of what they are, just so people know.
I mean, we got the news and the rumors. We got
that's one.
Some of the overreactions of fans for that week. Every week different fans have overreactions to something. We're gonna talk about it. And we have a couple top 5 lists that we're going to be doing, along with a fantasy booking challenge every week.
Okay. You get the full shebang bang. But anyway.
That wasn't the full shebang bang. That
was like some of the shebang bang. Some of it. That was like a little bit of the shebang bang. A little portion. I mean, it's a little teaser. We gotta have a little teaser. Can we give it out all the goods? Can we give out all the goods?
Oh, you want me to give all the goods? Okay, the last one is the stuff that we excited for next week. So now they got the full shebang bang.
Man. This man. I don't remember hearing nothing about botches or instant classic moments. I'm just saying, I think you missed some shebang bangs, to be honest.
Then we got some top 5 lists, and those are the top 5 lists.
Did you say botching?
Yeah, we said botching. I mean, that one was for you, Rabbit.
I heard botching there.
Also, we got another.
We have the Rabbit botching corner.
Most definitely.
Also, we got another video coming up at some point where we're going to be discussing Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley. We're going to have the discussion.
The discussion is over. The
You're right.
beast,
By the way, Facebook Live,
the ant.
he said Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. The discussion that'll be coming soon. I know he kind of cut out a little bit from my Facebook Live peeps, but anyway, let's start the show. The official show. We had Sienna. She was holding the ring hostage, baby. She was taking over. She had a title draped on the ropes, which I thought was kind of an interesting look. She was just kind of chilling out in the ring, and she was like, "I'm staying here. I'm staying right here until, and I mean until, I get an answer on who my opponent is at Destination next week." And I like this. I definitely like this. Sienna's the champion. She feels like she's in control as she should be. This, going back and watching this again, and I do think it's amazing what you see the second time you watch something. This segment, as far as the meat and potatoes of it, was kind of sloppy. Sienna was sitting in the ring, and basically she was kind of calling out Karen Jarrett. When Karen Jarrett comes out, and she's like, "You're just carrying to me. You're not even Karen Jarrett, whatever." And she announces her opponent. Gail Kim's music hits. Gail Kim comes out. They have a little brawl, which the brawl was kind of sloppy. I feel like when I actually went back and looked at it, I felt like it was a little bit sloppy. Like they were kind of missing stuff really badly. But anyway, Rabbit, thoughts on the opening Sienna segment or the match that's upcoming?
Yes, they were missing stuff badly. It was more Sierra more than anything, but like I was telling you last week, I always wanted to see her, against Gail Kim, and I always wanted to see her be champion, right? But her as champion, she dropping the ball, you know what I'm saying? As far as being champion, she dropping the ball, as far as what I can see, you know what I'm saying? But now you about to get in the ring with a beast, the female beast version, that she about to see in a minute. Now we about to see her game, but so far, what I've seen, I always wanted to see her, and the more and more I've seen her, I'm just kind of underwhelmed. I'm disappointed, kind of in a way, But we'll see what against my girl. Casey.
I didn't like it. It just felt like they just threw it together last minute, and they were like, "Go out and do this," and it felt sloppy. It felt just like a last minute thing. It didn't feel like it was supposed to.
It was also terribly predictable.
Yeah. I don't know. And again, when Gail Kim came out, when it was, announced that it was Gail Kim, I didn't pop. It didn't feel like the fans really got excited like it should have been. Like, I don't know. It's just, I just didn't like it.
As far as the knockout division, it's not a whole lot of people you can bring back that will get a big pop other than Gail Kim. If you can't get it off Gail Kim, it ain't a whole long list of people that can get a nice pop, So she's getting about the biggest pop knockouts can get.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It wasn't really a big popper. There was something else in this show that the fans didn't really pop for, and I expected them to. I gotta see if I can remember what it is. But next we had Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. going up against Taji Izumo. Wait, no, that's the wrong guy. Marufuji. Casey gonna be so mad at me for that.
Wow.
I already know. Anyway, so I got confused with Taji and I was trying to figure out his first name and I couldn't remember it. It's like Michi Marufuji. It's a lot. There are a lot of these names they need to chill out. I'm just saying, these Japanese wrestlers need to cut one. Anyway, this was a good match. I really like this match. I was actually surprised at how well Marufuji and El Hijo de Fantasma, not El Hijo. What was it?
Just say Phantasma. Just say
Phantasma. These people got too many long names. I can't remember them no more. Um, I like it though, and I said I was gonna call him Phantasm anyway because he got too long of a name anyway. Um, but I definitely like this match. I thought it was good. I thought they worked well together. I was surprised at how well Phantasma and Marufuji. God, they're gonna have to come up with a nickname for that. How well they work together, especially considering they're not really a tag team. I was surprised the way this match played out that they actually ended up winning since Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid are supposed to be this big time tag team and number one contender status and everything for like the titles all the time. Like it was kind of surprising. I hope they keep Marufuji and um, Phantasma together because I think that would be, they seem like a pretty good team. They seem like they're definitely an interesting team to me. I love, and I know Rabbit's gonna love this as well. I loved when the first time when Garza Jr. tried to rip off his pants, they super kicked him. That was amazing. Because I think we've been saying this for so long. Like, why every time he tries to rip off his pants, everybody just looks.
Yeah.
Like, they don't do anything. So like I thought it was nice that obviously they got the scouting report, they've been watching the film, and they know that he gonna do that. But I definitely like this match. This was a good match. I was definitely impressed. Rabbit, thoughts on? I feel like you're not gonna be as impressed as I was. Thoughts on this tag team match?
This match got past me. I didn't see enough of this to comment on it. Only saw the last end of it.
Okay. Did you see Garza Jr. attempting to take off his pants and then get super kick?
Nope.
That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. But Casey,
I liked it. I did. I feel like these two are just two really good tag teams. Especially I feel like in every division we talk about they need to build up their tag teams, but in also they definitely need to start building up tag teams more, and they got two really good ones right here. I do, as much as I like when Garza Jr. takes his pants off and everyone looks because it's funny and it's the greatest part of any match he's in. I do like that they kind of super kicked him and kind of, changed it up a little bit. But yeah, definitely a good match. I hope they keep using these guys on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Let's jump into the vignette for OVE when we finally figured out what OVE means. Ohio versus everyone. Kind of curious to know if anyone knows these guys.
You found that out last week.
Casey? Oh, well, I didn't see that last week.
No. I tried to ask Amy, and she doesn't know either.
Huh.
Oh,
interesting.
I
want to see who they are. I think that was the main thing because I for some reason I don't know why, but I missed the Ohio versus everything thing last week. So I learned this week. Rabbit.
So y'all ain't got no idea what it might be, huh?
Nope.
That's cool. I could barely see one of them. I don't know. They remind me of but I know it's not them though. I know it's not one of Scum.
Yeah, I could see how they would remind you of them.
Yeah. Casey.
Yeah, Casey.
I already said my stuff.
No, you said that. You didn't say anything. We learned that last week. That was it. Okay. Moving on.
I asked Amy. She doesn't know, and everybody that wrestles from Ohio, Amy knows. She don't know them. Oh,
yeah, I agree. Surprise. They must not be that good. Obviously, that's what that means. But next we had Grado and Joseph Park versus like the little segment they had before this, where Joseph Park was trying to tell him the advice that his football coach told him. His old football coach used to tell him, and he said, the fear of getting hit is greater than the actual hit. And Grado said, what does that mean? And Joseph Parker said, well, I don't know. I never got to ask him. And Grado was like, well, can you call him? He was like, well, he died, about a year ago. and, God. And then Grado was like, just kind of like, with the same face he had last week, like just like confused. But I like that segment. That was funny. The match was as I expected. Congo Kong, he killed him. He did, and then after the match, he tried to continue killing them. I like how they started the match with rock paper scissors though. That was funny. But Congo Kong killed him, and then after the match, he continued his killing of them. And then Laura Van Ness comes out to save the day. And as Congo Kong gets fed up with Laura Van Ness, he goes to pick her up. I wish he would slam it. I really do. Like I really want that back in wrestling. I miss that. I think that really builds a lot of heel heat when you do that. But Congo Kong tries to go, just picks her up on his shoulders, and Tyrus comes out. I didn't know who this was by his music, but I definitely I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this because I'm excited, but also I'm not excited because it's Tyrus. I love Tyrus. Don't you dare get me wrong. And I want to see him do something more than be like the fixer in this bodyguard. But Casey and I know specifically have talked about this before. And every time we feel like he's going to be more than just a bodyguard, he turns into a bodyguard. And then he's a bodyguard of a bodyguard. I don't know what's going on, but I want to see this match though. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody like, oh my God, they're big fellas and they can't wrestle. Then shut up, just shut up and watch the doggone match. Shut up, match. I mean, not as bad as I want to see Congo Kong versus Follow By. I'm just saying, but still, Rabbit thoughts on the whole
I agree with you,
fiasco.
bro. I do want to see these two together, to be honest with you. But Tyrus, like you said, been floating around the roster for a year now, but bodyguarding everybody. And now he bodyguarding slick back Bruce. And now they just throw him out the blue. Just throw him out in the ring. What beef he has with Kong? It doesn't even make any sense. For him to wander down there, that ain't make any sense. It's just no reason for him to even have a problem with Kong. They ain't even having a discussion before. Nothing. He ain't even talking to Laura Van Ness. Nothing. It just come out because Kong down there, man. It just didn't make any sense to me, man. Even though I want to see these two go at it. But that was just, come on, man. And I love Joseph Parks and my man together. When he be going back telling him about his family, when his family tell him that he really don't get it all the way out and stuff, it should be funny, man. Then my man had to just look on his face like, was I supposed to catch something? Did I miss something type look? You know what I'm saying? It'd be funny, yeah. But yeah, Van Ness coming down the joint, slapping my man, Kong. And then Kong, my man. Kong is another person I need to see more of. When I say I want to see more somebody, I want to see him in the ring. I want to see that mic work. I want to see the athleticism. I want to see what do they do? What's their format? You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing about Kong too, though. Like Kong don't even need to talk. He like I like how what he's done in the ring and his like destruction has spoken for him.
Exactly. Now, but once you start floating into storylines and talking about getting belts, you got to start saying something. Eventually you got to start saying something. Unless you want to be like the animal biting the corners out of the joints and ain't worried about no titles. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember the animal. He used to chew the corners of and shit. That's before y'all time. Case.
I definitely still like the Joseph Park Grado segment. I just want him to keep giving Grado these stories that his coaches and his teachers and whatever used to tell him, and then he doesn't remember what they mean. I need that to continue because it's funny. As far as the match, it was he killed him. And I feel like somehow this is gonna turn into Tyrus ending up being like Laurel Van Ness's personal bodyguard that her dad sent. Because remember, her dad's rich. So somehow that I feel like that's gonna be some sort of storyline thrown in there because, like we said, just a body.
Pope mentioned the fixer thing, but it had nothing to do with any of this.
What?
Pope mentioned the fixer thing, but it had nothing to do with any of it.
At all.
Half the stuff Pope says has nothing to do with anything.
Come on, Daddy.
I mean, I love the man, but like half his commentary has nothing to do with anything.
Moving on to the backstage interview. I'm gonna put these together. They aren't anywhere near each other, so go ahead and if you're on your phone, just shift up and down. You'll find it. But the
Hey, you.
just say about either one of them. So the Lashley Trevor Lee low key interview, I like it. I just like and the Matt Sydal, Alberto El Patron, and Sanjay Dutt interview. I like the differences between them. You know, the heel interview was more about ego and more about just winning the match somehow. Not being in each other's way, and the face promo was more about just working together. Rabbit, thoughts on the interviews?
I like the format of the interviews. I like what they doing there. I like the way Lashley came in and joined. Was like, look, we ain't no friends and we ain't partners when we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of my way. Man, Lashley, my man. Even though we in a match together, man, stay out my way. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do out here, man. That's my man, though. I like that little joint with him and when he first came out, he was like, look, Sydal, you going up against big boys now. He's talking about him and Low the Beast Key. Then he had both my boys right there standing side by side. I love that. When he told him about Low Key. Low Key, one thing about Low Key, man, even without the title, same thing about Lashley. Even without the title, man, both of them are vicious. You know what I'm saying? So they can go on without. Eventually, Lashley need to get his hands on that title, but both of them, they don't need titles, man. And even though I don't like what they doing with my man Low Key, we can get on that later though. Even though I don't like what they doing with him, but as long as he on the screen, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But I like these interviews. I like the format. Okay.
Yeah, they were interviews, so yeah.
That's why I put them together. We had the video package on Sanjay Dutt and Trevor Lee, but I'm not really gonna say anything about it because it was just reviewing the match that we already seen. So and I watched it, so I don't need to talk about the match again. And then we had the only reason I'm talking about this next video package is because Jeff Jarrett was in it, and it added a new wrinkle to it. But it was the same American Top Team video, but it was kind of like Jeff Jarrett reacting to it while trying to be a part of it. It was weird. But he was kind of reacting to it a little bit more, which I like that. I like that Jeff Jarrett's around somewhere. You never really see him. You always see Karen and you see Bruce and you see Dutch, but you never see Jeff. So I don't know, it was interesting. I kind of like how they're still trying to address whether Lashley should do one or the other, and I like that. Like Rabbit had said last week, Jeff Jarrett is the one sticking up for wrestling this time and being there, for Lashley's wrestling ability. But Rabbit, thoughts on the, I guess, Jeff Jarrett reaction to the American Top Team video and the Sanjay Dutt Trevor Lee, if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, the way they mixing Jeff Jarrett in there, I like it. I like it because it's not when he talking, it don't seem like it's a promo. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like he thrown in the mix, like ask Jarrett a question. You know what I'm saying? Because like we were saying last week, the vignette, the whole thing was just so smooth. It was like something out of ESPN. So the way they added my man in it just was smooth too, because he ain't come in like he was talking a promo. You know what I'm saying? So I like that, Joe. And then the fact that the argument is pro wrestling or UFC, I like that too, because this is what's going on in society right now. people picking, you know what I'm saying, which combat sports they like to watch, you know what I'm saying, and which one is better than the other in their eyes. So once you got it where you got a wrestler that's doing both, you can capitalize on that in your storyline. And I like the way they're doing that. It's cool the way they breaking it down. They got the top, what's that? Top team. They discussing. You know, they won Lashley there full time. So I like that. And you got Jeff Jarrett there. He's just saying Lashley's a beast. He probably can do both. You know what I'm saying? So for doing both of them and succeeding. So it's cool. I like that joint, man. Case.
I missed this, so.
All right. Moving on to the Down and Dirty with Dutch, I think is what it's called. The new, I don't know if it's going to be a weekly segment or a bi-weekly segment or, monthly I don't know. But it was with Lashley and Matt Sydal. Dutch asked them both where they would rank themselves as far as a top 50. Lashley said, we don't need 50 wrestlers. You can rank me in the top 10. Better yet, you can rank me in the top 3. On my best day, I'm number 1. At worst, I'm number 3. And Matt Sydal, is asked about how he would rank himself as far as the top X Division wrestlers. Matt Sydal takes a little bit of offense to that, which I like, because he doesn't want that pound for pound argument. That's just basically an excuse. He doesn't want that. I like that. I thought that was a nice little touch that they put in there. And Sydal says, he's at least number 3 as well. So, I like that this feud is basically based on who's better and who's better, but also who wants to be the best. Like who, as far as not only in their divisions but period. And that's what I like about this feud. And I feel like that's something that sometimes gets missed in wrestling. Some of the best feuds are just who is the best, who is the better man. Even though I feel like Lashley is going to kill him, still, I like the way this feud is going. Afterwards, Lashley gets a little fed up, gets the hand around his man's neck. They got to call for security. They got to cut the cameras off. They had to leave us in that moment because they didn't know what happened to Matthew. But anyway, Rabbit, thoughts on the Down and Dirty with Dutch?
All right, this right here points out two issues I got. Even though I like this whole thing they got right here, but I don't like the fact that it's supposed to be an ongoing segment. One, I liked it off the break because first when he sat him down, he was like, "Look, you Lashley, you accomplish this, you accomplish that." He introduced both of them. So then he went into Lashley and was like, "Look, out of the top 100, where you see yourself in all athletes and all sports?" So he's like, "Look here, man, you don't even need to go to 100. Let's start at 10. First of all, I'm in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about it, top 3. I was like, what? So in my mind, I was thinking, what are the 2 people he thinking is a better athlete than him? You know what I'm saying? That's what he should have, after he asked him that, Dutch should have came back with a follow-up question. You know what I'm saying? Ask him, okay, what are those two top athletes you think are better than you? You know what I'm saying? I was curious to figure that. If he think he's 3, he stopped at 3 for a reason, So I'm trying to figure out who is those 2. So that would have been a good question to ask him. Then Sydal, I don't know what he's doing here, man. I understand he want to defend the X division and all. I get that.
No, you haven't done it. He wanted to defend wrestling, period, man. He said this ain't about division. This ain't about no pound for pound. I'm trying to help the man out.
Oh yeah. Then my man Lashley say, "Look, man, I don't want all the titles in all divisions in this company and other companies. You know what I'm saying? I'm unstoppable here, man. And if you want to keep running your mouth, we can do that now." So your man, see, this is what I be trying to tell you last week. I don't know if he know how long he been in this company or if he know who Lashley is, but he keep doing silly stuff. So a man say he jumps up and get in his face. That's how he got choked. He jumped up. He immediately choked him. Don't jump up, man. What are you doing? So I like the joint though. It was cool, bro. I just want to see these 2 because be honest with you, they worked this the feud up good between these two. Even though I know this man's gonna get murdered,
See,
you know what I'm saying?
I
But
think what makes this that much more interesting though is we got to remember the Eddie Edwards factor. Not that Eddie Edwards is in this match or Eddie Edwards has some kind of briefcase or something. More so the fact that Eddie Edwards and Lashley put on amazing matches at the time, and Eddie Edwards was able to beat Lashley a couple of times. So like if you really think about it, consistency from a consistency standpoint, it could go either way.
yeah, because he had a problem with small wrestlers, quick on top wrestlers, on top of the rope wrestlers. Yeah, you're right. But he's gonna get murdered. Period, man. I just think my man deserved that title, man. It is his time, you know what I'm saying? But in the X division, and you out of your league, and man, look, man, forget the X division. It's you against me. You know what I'm saying? I like that. That was a good part of the promo that Sydal hit on the joint. Just get away from the X division and the division for a minute and look in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and you. It's no weights. It's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good comeback though. I like that joint. Case.
Yeah, I liked it. I I was surprised that Lashley didn't just say, he's number one, period. I was expecting that. I do want to know who the other two are in the top three. I'm curious. It's obviously one of them's Grado. I'm thinking the other one's Shark Boy.
And that's Grotto.
It's
be exact.
Grotto and Shark Boy. I think those are the other two. I mean, I don't know. Like, I love Matt Sydal, and he is one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. But the way they're gonna book this, he is gonna get killed, and it's just I don't see a point.
I don't know. We've seen Eddie Edwards win this match. It's the same. It's a similar wrestler. We've seen Austin Aries be competitive against Lashley.
Eddie Edwards and Austin Aries are bigger.
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
Like, they just threw this together so quickly that it doesn't. There was build up to Eddie Edwards, and there was build up with Austin Aries.
Yeah.
They threw him right in this match, so that makes me.
What were they supposed to do?
Not kill Matt.
I mean, what were they supposed to do though? I mean, Sydal wanted his title shot. Lashley wanted his title shot. They're gonna fight for their title shot.
Give them their title shots. They're fighting for different titles.
Bruce.
I know they ain't got nothing to do with each other. I know.
Bruce don't make no
This
sense.
is literally going to do nothing for either of them.
Casey.
If Lashley kills Sydal, it doesn't do anything for Lashley.
Casey.
Sydal.
Casey. Bruce Pritchard don't make no sense. Now Speaking of Bruce Pritchard, he's backstage.
Don't you talk about brother love like that.
He was shown backstage with Karen Jarrett. They were having a heated argument over something, and he got an announcement next week that could change the course. Or something. They said something like that.
The course of what?
The course of something. I don't know. He gonna say some words. Y'all have any thoughts on the heated exchange? I'm glad they picked this back up because I felt like they was gonna run away from it and act like it never happened.
I know. And then the thing is, I already don't like the storyline anyway, but the problem is he left on the pay-per-view day and disappeared, right? Mm-hmm. No one came to him and asking him, what the hell you been? What is going on here? None of that. But yet, he wanted to have a conversation with her. She don't want to have one with him. You know what I'm saying? So that makes that odd. Anyway, they should be wanting to know, where was you on the pay-per-view? What happened to you? You know what I'm saying? No one asked him that. We had Dutch Mantel last week hinting to it, saying, "Oh, we don't even know where he went last week. I mean, at the pay-per-view, let alone calling this match 10-8." When it was clearly closer than that, or something he was saying. But yeah, he hinting to it. So I just don't get this current Jared thing and slick back. I don't get these two. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they doing it at all. Case.
I just need to know what's gonna change the course of what? Like what course of it? Course of the
Like
world.
the golf course, he
Okay,
was
okay,
going the golf course and he changed the course so it looked different. Yeah.
yeah, okay. He put some more than part twos in there, make it a little more difficult. Okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have no other thoughts on this.
we had LAX versus Veterans of War in a no disqualification tag team championship match. Um, Conan said the same thing he said every doggone week. Rabbit, I'm gonna give this match to you. This man
Oh,
need to chill out, bruh. Somebody get this man. This man got like Alzheimer's or something. He out here saying the same thing
you
over.
have to get that.
Oh, okay, you didn't get a chance to watch it. This was a good match though. But Conan need to stop saying the same word. I can't even focus on the match because this man saying the same word. We out here. We can't even say the words he saying because he always say.
And plus, he hit the Mexican thing, and it just makes Low the Beast Kitty look odd.
Oh, I love how low key was out there speaking Spanish. I was like, when you going to come in Spanish? Anyway, this is a good one. I like how it started out kind of on the outside. It makes sense. They were brawling before. Might as well start this match out with a brawl. Um, I like VOW kind of taking control from the outside and continuing that control into the ring and basically until they put that man through that table, which that table was not really playing the part tonight. It was not. But they LAX ended up fighting back. The numbers game ended up kind of helping them out some, and they would end up winning with the poetry in motion swanton type thing through the table. This is a good match though. I definitely like the use of weapons, the amount of weapons used in this match for just being an ODQ match. And LAX won. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this. They did have to use the handcuffs to get the win, but still, that's all part of the numbers game anyway. But Casey, thoughts on LAX versus VOW?
First of all, I love Conan. I always have. They just need to let him. Like, I get the consistency thing. You want like catchphrases in wrestling and things like that. But let him say something different in his promos. Like, you can keep certain things in there, but it can't be the same thing every week. It just you can tell.
Like that was literally all he said, wasn't it?
Like, you can tell he's getting annoyed with it too. Like, he wants to say more. I don't know. I definitely liked the match. I thought it was really good. As far as low key, I was surprised that he was the new member. It was kind of a swerve. I liked it. And I mean, it makes sense. He is Puerto Rican, and it's LAX. It's not just Mexican. It's anybody who is of Latin, descent. So it makes sense. So I think he brings a new dynamic into the group. So that's cool. But yeah, definitely a good match. I hope we continue this feud and don't just forget about it again next week.
I mean, the important part in this is we can all be a part of LAX. It's about Americans. It's in the middle of the name.
But
You
Conan, this is the only thing about Conan I don't like is, like you said, his promos. But he can't be going against this company, this white man company, this and white man company that, and then coming in and say, "Oh, thanks. I want to say thanks to the booking for giving me this match." Like, team or what the fuck? Whatever you say is like, how you going against the company but then thanking them for stuff? It just,
Well,
man.
that was perfect heel because it gives them basically gives them the win. So he wasn't being buddy with the company. He's saying, "Oh, you basically gave us the win. You don't realize it. You gave us our stipulation. You don't realize it. Thank you." That's what I got out of that.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you that one on that. Because it could have been that way. Yeah, you're right.
All right. I'm gonna give Casey this match. I hope, because I feel like he was really excited for this match. So I'm gonna give it to him. ACH versus Ishimori. I'm not gonna say his first name because I can't. Taji Tajiri Tish.
I mean, how can I give the match if I don't know who the other participant is in the match?
It was Ishimori versus I forgot what the A means. Attitude, charisma, heart. Is it attitude, American.
Albino, I think. It's that. Yeah,
I think I actually, you know what? You're right.
yeah, I'm always right. You know, that's what I do. I'm right. Um, yeah, I like this match, and I didn't like this match because I wanted both of them to win, and that
Well, they couldn't. That's not how it works.
yeah, that I was trying to figure out a way, like, if it was like a double count out, or like a no contest, and then it'd be like a triple threat match next week. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a really good match. They worked really well together. Um, I mean, it kind of made sense that Ishimori did win because he's from Noah, I think, and that's one of the promotions that they're really kind of. I don't know what that was. They're really kind of promoting, along with the Crash and the other promotions. But I hope they keep kind of booking ACH regularly too. I hope they don't just kind of drop him off and forget about him. But I think either way, next week's match would have been awesome whether it was Ishimori or ACH going up against the fella that I forgot his name.
Desmond Xavier. Bro.
Yeah, that one. I forgot that he won last week.
Yeah, he did.
That was
He nice. Xavier dang, he vicious. The cop wheels and flipping and stuff.
yeah.
There was a couple cartwheels in this one too. But both men was out here cartwheeling and flipping and this is a good match. I liked it. I was definitely excited coming into it. These two got such different styles. I kind of like, I like Ishimori kind of being stiff with his strikes. I really didn't know where this match, which guy was gonna win this match, to be honest, which I really liked as well. There were a lot of chances where ACH could have won. I still don't know how he does that weird flippy get up thingy. Oh, bruh, how you do that? Ishimori with the fake out, and then ACH just blew him up. I was so done. That was freaking hilarious. Ishimori does obviously win, but I liked it. Rabbit, did you catch this match?
Nah, I ain't see this match at all.
All right, moving on to we also had a little stare down at the end with Desmond Xavier and Ishimori, which is pretty cool. Beside the trophy, that was pretty cool. We got I feel like they showed the same LAX. I'm not gonna talk about that. Loki did mention why he joined LAX, which really didn't make a lot of sense, but he said it anyway. Casey, did you have any thoughts on that at all?
No.
Okay. Rabbit, did you have any thoughts on that at all?
Not really, because he didn't make any sense at all. That threw me way off. I'm like, huh? I don't know who told him to say that.
True. Next, we got the main event of the evening. We got low key. I'm just kidding. We got who's in this match? Alberto El Patron.
Man, don't even know what the match is.
Shut up! You shut your mouth. Alberto El Patron, Sanjay Dutt, and there was some other dude. I really don't remember the man's name right now. I lost it. But yeah. Anyway, going up against Lashley, low key, and some other dude. I'm telling you, that was a match. That's the only people I cared about. Was some other dudes. No. 6-man tag team match to finish the show. I liked it. I like that it kind of gave, these different feuds a different way of interacting. Matt Sydal, Sanjay Dutt, and why can't I ever remember the third person? Alberto El
Trouble Lee.
Patron. Goodness. Going up against Lashley, Low Key, and Trevor Lee. There we go. Good. Can't remember these people from like. Anyway, I liked it. I did. I like this match. I think it was surprising that there was more of the actual feuds in the ring together than I was expecting. Like that surprised me a lot for some reason. Like I mean, usually in these tag team matches you don't see that. You see the those guys never really get in the ring together. But I liked it. I'm excited for this low key Alberto El Patron match though. That's going to be an interesting match. I'm kind of curious to see if Loki actually wins. I'm wondering now. This it's gonna be good though. I'm excited. I think this match got me more excited for the next week's matches. But it was a good match. I was surprised how well the heels worked together. That did surprise me that the heels were working so well together since they were kind of egocentric in the interview. But you know, it was definitely a good match. Loki ends up getting the pin. Um, I'm excited for next week. I think next week's gonna be a really stacked show. Rabbit, thoughts on the 6-man main event?
Yeah, you know how I feel about these clusterfuck joints, all these people running around. But this match right here, it wasn't as sloppy as normal ones. You know what I'm saying? They usually be. So as far as that concerned, it was decent. But you had my man Low Key in the joint, man. Again, Low Key and Lashley. They stood out in this match, both of them, because they my mans in them, you know? Man, Low Key had my man that abdominal stretch joint. Man, God, had my man twisted all up, man. And then when they kept counting him and Sydal counted, then he counted Sydal and put him in the dragon sleeper joint. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. That's fluid wrestling right there that I love. But the only thing I don't like about Low Key when he do that run into the corner all full speed and just run to the corner. You better hold the maintenance man and them buckle everything tight up over there, boy. Because he run into that corner. If things ain't buckled up, boy, he gonna be in trouble, Swell. Man. Mm-mm-mm. But man, last he don't usually do this, but he had a cross body in the joint, man. Cross body in his match last he put on. He had he speared my man Sydal in the corner. It was nice spear too. Full court spear from the other corner. You know what I'm saying? But Patron, again, he real quick with those kicks. Like my man used to be saying, they educated feet, you know. JB be calling them educated feet. Man. Then he say my man Low Key was in the first match ever in TNA. I ain't know that. But it's to me, Trevor Lee, I'm not feeling Trevor Lee, man. I'm not feeling the walk around with the belt thing. I understand the whole storyline thing, but it's just silly. And then him personally, he can wrestle, but I think he's better of a tag team partner because he's too plain, man. He's just like a plain Jane in the ring. He kind of look like a jobber almost, man. He just look like I don't know. He just don't look. He just don't look ready almost. Then he changes the tie or something. He just looks like he should lose, you know what I'm saying? You know? Then he walk around with the belt. I don't like that storyline at all. It just don't like it. But Patron, as usual, I like his kicks, man. He hit my man Low Key in the gut with that joint, man. It was nice, you know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, just need to see my man Lashley get his belt back, you know? Casey.
This is an okay match. I don't know. I'm just waiting for next week to see how these matches go. I don't know.
Yeah, next week should be a pretty stacked show. It feels like I like how they kind of promoted it like it was like big, especially early on when they were promoting on the matches. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be some nice matches that set up for next week. Some good matches. Yeah. But I don't know about y'all, but there's a couple of these storylines I need to see them unplugged. I just don't want to see it no more. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're getting. when it comes down to the matches, we're getting good matches, but I think it's the storylines that are kind of falling flat now.
There's
Because
a few things. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but these shows, I mean, they're not having as many matches as they used to, and it's more promos and vignettes and replays. They be replaying a lot, like matches from last week or earlier today. They do a lot of that now. You know, that eats up time that you should be doing. They need a second show if you're gonna be doing that stuff, man. This is the only show you have.
Yeah.
So I just don't get why they eating up a lot of time with replays and vignettes and mic work, backstage. It's just more of that than wrestling.
Well, I think too, like everybody talked about how they kind of wanted the old, quote, old TNA back, and this is a lot of what the old TNA was. Like there was not a lot of great storyline and storytelling in the older TNA that everybody loved so much because that's what the biggest complaint was.
Yeah, but I don't like what's the direction they're going, and we got enough material to sit back us three and evaluate GFW. You know what I'm saying? They've been in control of what 7 months now.
Mm-hmm.
We got enough material to step back each individually and give a grade on this where they at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. It's less wrestling to me, and the storylines are just some trash now. It's no thought process in these storylines like it was at first.
Yeah.
You know.
But we'll probably have to do that sometime soon. Maybe after Destination X or something. But that was your Impact Wrestling review for 8/10/2017. It was a pretty good show. I'm definitely more excited for next week though. It seems like it's gonna be stacked. It seems like it's gonna be a lot. So I want
Yeah.
to see how that's gonna play out. No option C, unfortunately, but still, you know.
That, that's
Um,
a good storyline that's taken out. That
yeah,
option C is always a good storyline. You can take that from all different angles.
yeah. Um, I'm definitely excited. I love how my Impact Wrestling thumbnail, for for like my DVR is Abyss and James Mitchell. Like it's really old. Like it's really, really old. Like they haven't changed it in a long time. Anyway, we will see you guys next time. Be sure to check out the new ICWP weekly episodic show coming up next tomorrow. I'm gonna say next week. Oh goodness. Coming up tomorrow, coming up on Friday. Every Friday or maybe every other Friday, depending on how it goes. But we will see you guys on the next time. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for us. Be sure to give us a like and comment and stuff. Tell us about the show, what you think. But anyway, follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. We will see you guys next time. This was your GFW Impact Wrestling review on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.